Listen to me.
We're big time, Rhett.
Are we?
Yeah, didn't you hear that intro? For the music?
I heard the wicka wicka.
Wicka wicka.
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody, to the Lummy Sports Show with Rhett. We had a huge intro from Bubba today from the MTG
Oh, yeah,
show.
absolutely. If that's what you were referring to, then yes, that was probably the biggest bill we've ever had.
Exactly.
From the big man himself.
I mean, what's going on with that? We got Big E7375 $10 super chat for the Scout Chair Fund.
Let's go.
And 717 JLR 499 for the Scout Microphone Fund. Look at that Scout bringing us in. And the great Hall of Fame, which I think Big E is a Hall of Famer. He is. John Costeca, $49.99 super chats. We're going to make this nice and big now. We got bumper music. We got the CD now. Macho had
cool flash
something.
and blue background. We are indeed big time.
Wow.
John Costeca.
Thank you, John
Throwing
Costeca.
it down, dude.
Oh man, now I'm just thrown off.
Yeah, way to make a couple of guys feel special, huh?
Yeah.
So, do you want to talk about our picks now, or do you want to do it later?
We can do it now. We might as well get it out of the way. I mean, I've already was getting text messages from a little purple jersey who wanted to have us brag about his 13-2 pick'em.
I mean, I remember my first good week.
Yeah, me too. I mean, listen,
it's all right.
Every squirrel finds a nut. 13-2. It's not perfect. I mean, he was texting us on Sunday bragging about.
Good thing I didn't listen to the sports show.
Hall of Fame Group Lips $20 super chat. Let's go Avalanche. Yeah, that's what a typical Avalanche fan does. He probably thinks they're gonna win the whole thing after 4 games.
All right. So I got the NFL scoreboard in front of me. Do you want me to just start rattling off games, and then we'll get up to date, and then we can do this week's picks at the end of the show?
Sounds like a winner.
All right, let's do it. Thursday Night Football in Week 6. Denver at KC, Kansas City.
Denver won, right?
No, they lost 19-8.
Wow, that was a barn burner there.
Which is kind of an odd that I wonder if that's scoregami.
9-8?
19-8, yeah. We both picked Kansas City, so that is +1 for both of us.
And our prize picks we completely got fucked on.
Oh God. Don't even remind me.
Well, we were pushing at the prize picks gimmick. Hoping no one followed us.
We lost a few people some money, I'm sure. It won't be the last time. Baltimore at Tennessee. We both picked Baltimore, and they won that game 24-16. Washington at Atlanta. I picked the Falcons. You picked Washington. Washington won that game. Minnesota at Chicago. Minnesota put the beat down on the Bears 19-13. Kirk Cousins didn't do shit. Only threw for 181 yards. I picked him to have the over that week.
Of course.
Yeah, wasn't great. But I picked Minnesota, and you picked the Bears. You said they were going to be your upset of the week, but then you changed your mind, and you got your actual upset of the week correct, so we'll get to that here in a minute. Seattle at Cincinnati. Let me scroll down here.
I believe Cincinnati won that game.
Yes, they did. 13-17, the final score. Bengals and Joey Burr up on top. We both picked Cincinnati. San Francisco at Cleveland, your upset of the week.
Who won that game?
Cleveland did, and you picked them too.
Sure did, even with PJ the Great Walker back there from the XFL.
What are you going to do? Down goes the mighty Brock Purdy in San Francisco. I mean, when you take away a couple of pieces, they did look vulnerable. Do you think San Francisco is going to bounce back and beat the shit out of whoever they play next? Because I feel like...
Is Christian McCaffrey going to play? That's the real question.
That is true.
It was high ankle sprain, I believe. That's gonna really hurt him. And, who else? Who was the other wide receiver that also that got hurt?
Was it Debo?
Debo Samuels. Yeah, that's gonna hurt him too. There.
Carolina at Miami.
I'm gonna say Miami probably won that game.
Carolina came out firing. They were up 14-0, and I texted you. And as soon as I texted you, that's when your boy Tua turned it on.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
they
he
did
turned it
indeed
on,
win
right.
that game, and we both picked them to win that game.
Of course we did, because we're amazing.
Indy at Jacksonville. You picked the Colts. I picked the Jags, and the Jags were victorious. New Orleans at Houston. We both picked New Orleans, and we were both incorrect, as the Houston Texans got the best of that matchup, 20-13.
Man, fuck Gardner Minshew not showing up. Not showing up against his old team.
I didn't even watch the game, but I mean, I said before, Jacksonville is always a team that Indy they struggle with. I don't know what it is, but they can't shake it. They can't, get the monkey off of their back, if you will.
That is true.
The Jacksonville Jaguars. Let me get some water. Smoked a little before the show. Cottonmouth kicking in.
Oh, did you?
My tongue's getting heavy.
Surprised by that.
Yeah, I know. Shocking developments here. New England at Las Vegas. Was this? No. New England at Las Vegas. We both picked the Raiders, and the Raiders won.
Bill Belichick, look, another loss for Big Bill.
Yeah,
very sad.
They are piling up. What do you think's going to happen to Big Bill? Do you think they're just going to let him run this thing into the ground year after year? Do you think maybe they reevaluate and renegotiate the terms of his head coaching position? Maybe don't allow him to make all the draft picks anymore and basically run free agency anymore? Do you think they ask him to take a step back?
No, I think they'll give him one more year, let him see if he can grow in the draft, and then maybe next year.
There's not going to be any growing in the draft from Bill Belichick at this point in his career. I don't think there will be. I mean,
I don't think they'll fire. Yeah, I don't think they'll fire him. They either force him to retire. I can see them probably trading some of their players to try to get some draft picks, like Stevenson.
Start selling guys. Yeah, there's a lot of teams that'll start selling guys. Denver's in that conversation too. Let me get to the point on last week's picks. Arizona at LA. That game, actually, 26-9. The Rams beat the shit out of Arizona, just like we both said they would.
Yep.
Philadelphia at the Jets. We both picked Philly, one of the biggest upsets of the week.
Yeah, what the fuck happened to that game? I didn't get to watch it.
I have no idea.
First loss of the year for the big bad Eagles. Brian from Philly probably put a couple grand on the game. He did make it up though with his Miami bet.
Detroit at Tampa Bay. We both picked Tampa Bay.
Sad game.
It was a sad game. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. New York Giants at the Buffalo Bills. We both picked Buffalo, and they squeaked that thing out, luckily, because it looked like they were going to fucking lose to Brian Daboll and the Giants.
Yeah,
Who had Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, well, luckily Josh Allen got a concussion because, or what they thought was a concussion, because then he started playing. I thought for a second the Giants were going to upset him.
He was playing through a lot of pain. It was a shoulder, I think. Or I guess he's been struggling with a shoulder injury, and he got dumped on his shoulder again in that game a couple of times, and by the end of it, you could tell he was playing through a lot of pain.
Yeah, well, they took him back to he ran like a 4-1 back to the concussion tent, and then right when he busted out of that concussion tent, he fucking started playing. I mean, Diggs obviously still showed up.
Well, you know what they do to him in there.
Oh, they shoot him up.
Yeah, man. You got to give him that good stuff, and then he's right back in the game.
A couple bumps and a couple shots.
Monday Night Football.
Another pathetic game for us.
This fucking game. Dallas at Chargers. It was a good game for the most part. I will say it was entertaining. But yeah, the last-minute interception from our boy Justin Herbert when he needed fucking 20 more yards, 15 more yards maybe. One more completion downfield was the difference between a $4 win and potentially like an $80 win to consolidate for not getting my $200 win.
Yeah, which was complete bullshit.
Yeah.
So we struggled on our prize picks. But
we also both picked the Chargers, so fuck. We lost that.
We sure did.
Let's run the records down. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh.
You got 9?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So I went
Brian from Philly, $10 super chat after his big winnings with the Dolphins. Hopefully you didn't lose it all to the Eagles, though.
So 9-6. And you went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, I got to count out loud like a 5-year-old.
Keep it going.
7, 8.
Keep it going.
9.
Keep it going.
That's it.
God damn it.
Mm-hmm. Just to confirm one more time.
Even with my upset pick, even with my big bad Browns pick, I mean, come on, that's horrible.
Yeah, that is 9.
Big Red, you are correct, and
tough week.
It was a bullshit game. I'm wondering when the Broncos are going to start selling their players too. I wonder if it's going to be a big fire sale. I saw some news this morning. I know that it's always been kind of talked about, but Derrick Henry, the Bucs should go after Derrick Henry. Do you think they should, or do you think Derrick Henry is kind of hitting that running back wall?
I don't know about a running back wall. He's still playing pretty well. He had some big runs in that game against Baltimore late in the game. I know it was late in the game.
Yeah, no, yeah.
They were 40-yard runs. They still seem to be using him. He threw touchdowns this year.
That is true.
So I think if the Titans are going to be sellers, I don't know if Derrick Henry is a piece that they're going to be quick to sell off to a team that doesn't have a lot of resources to pay him, like the Bucs right now. DeAndre Hopkins, if they wanted to sell him because I don't know what his problem is, but he definitely doesn't look happy there. If they wanted to move him, a team's probably going to have to give up a decent price for it. I can't imagine anyone just stealing him away. So I think if the Bucs are going to be looking to add anyone to that running back room via trade, it just doesn't seem very likely. I think they're willing to kind of be stubborn and tough it out with what they have right now. If they add anyone, it's going to be someone who gets released and then they just pick them up.
Yeah, no, Democrats are evil. Well, the reason I was saying that is maybe I don't think that. I was just seeing there's been a couple articles, and there's been that for a while. Obviously, it kind of started with Jonathan Taylor, but they always did say Derrick Henry. So it looks like, for some reason, I think since the preseason, that these different news reporters think that Derrick Henry or the Titans are not happy with him, or vice versa. And obviously the Bucs, I mean, Rhett does not. If I'm not wrong or mistaken, you don't like White, do you? On the Bucs,
Rachaad White?
Yeah,
I don't mind him. I think he has some upside. I don't know if he's the guy right now, but I also think that there's a lot of things the Bucs are doing wrong to help him be the guy. They're not scheming him the best, and they're not really using him the way that they promised they were going to in the offseason. They were hyping him up about how involved he's going to be in the pass game and how they're going to start getting creative with the run game and how they're scheming some of these runs, outside zone stuff we have not seen at all. If you get a handoff from Rachaad White, it's north and south. It's right up the A gap, and maybe he gets 2 yards, 3 yards. He's not really getting that push from the interior offensive line like he needs to, and that's for all the running backs. Keyshawn Vaughn is averaging 1.4 yards per carry. He fucking sucks, but we knew that he sucked. And Sean Tucker can't even get on the field. I think he's played 15 snaps in the last couple of weeks.
He's got 5. Yeah, he's got 5 carries.
Go, Pack, go!
Neil Malplaisir, $9.99 on the super chat. Thank you, Neil Malplaisir.
Past Packers podcast, new episode. I think should be out tomorrow.
And I believe even though I am a Brett Favre mark and a Bubba mark, I really think a lot of people will enjoy that interview.
Yeah, it's a really good interview.
It was about an hour and 20 minutes, and Brett, you could tell he just got really comfortable. And reliving and remembering some of those plays was pretty awesome.
Yeah. I was in the middle of saying something about how much the Bucs running backs suck. Sean Tucker, it can't even get on the field, and it seems like they're going to switch him back and forth with Keyshawn Vaughn. Chase Edmonds should be coming off of IR, and my expectation is that the Bucs are going to work him into that run game. I think he's going to pretty much come back and take all the running back 2 reps, but I don't know that for sure. If they don't, then I just it's kind of waving the white flag. But this is the year for the Bucs to ride it out with the thin roster that they do, so they can figure out who they have here for this year
and then get that cap
beyond
space
next
back.
year. stuff like that.
Yeah, and get that cap space back. And Chase Edmonds, I mean, he is a better pass receiving running back, correct? Than Rashad White.
Yeah. He seemed like one of the better like rushing running backs carrying the football early on in this year. He had a pretty high yards per carry. Yeah, what is it? 5 yards per carry?
Yeah.
That's higher than anyone else on the team. He did only have 4 carries for 20 yards, but I mean, one of those was like an 11-yard run, and the other 2 were a good pickup of 4 or 5 yards. You know, he was effective in the 4 carries that he had.
Yeah, that was against Minnesota and Chicago.
His career average is 4.5 yards per carry. He's decent in the pass game, but I just think he's the fresh legs that they need because Keyshawn Vaughn isn't going to get it done with unless he's behind an all-star offensive line.
Which is what we do not have currently.
No.
Not even close.
I would like to see them use these guys in different ways, though. Try running them outside a little bit.
Yeah, it's so weird because it's like the Eagles and the Lions games, the ones we lost, it always seems to me, and maybe it's just because I'm there, but the defense doesn't seem like they blitz as much, especially against the Lions and the Eagles. And then their play calling almost looks vanilla compared to a lot of the other games.
Yeah.
Do you see that, or is that just me?
I mean...
Like, I feel like their buttholes get real puckered when the team has a winning record, like the Eagles and the Lions. They play nervous. Like, they want to play a lot of prevent on defense.
I feel like the mindset going into the Lions game was just to play hard-nosed football because when the Bucs have beat teams this year, like the Vikings and the Bears, they beat them with ball control football, like just running the fucking ball, controlling the clock, and you do have a defense that can force turnovers, and you're counting on that, and it puts you in a better position. But, playing just enough offense to win, getting critical first downs in the final 5 minutes of the game, stuff like that. They haven't been able to do that because they just can't run the ball effectively against a better defense.
Yeah, the defensive line on the Lions is really good, and so is the Eagles.
It's not.
The Lions?
Or it is. Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you meant the Bucs run game was.
No. I was saying the Lions have a good, good run defense on the front 4 or front 5, whatever.
Yeah, they are one of the better run defenses in the NFL. They are also one of the better teams at running the ball in the NFL. I mean, the Eagles, a top 3. I'm not looking at the stats right now, but the Eagles are definitely a top 3 team at running the football between their quarterback and then the running back rotation that they have. And the Lions are right there with them. David Montgomery, before he got hurt, I don't know if we ever got an update on what happened to him, but dude, he was having a career resurgence in Detroit. He was one of the more effective backs in the NFL this year,
which was actually pretty surprising because I don't think a lot of people thought that was a good move by the Lions.
No, I think David Montgomery has been looked at as an afterthought these last couple of seasons because he just hasn't been, the flash in the pan that he was for that time in Chicago.
Swift, I'm wondering what the Lions would look like if they would have kept Swift instead of having him on the Eagles. I mean, do you think he would be...
They'd probably be just as good at running the ball.
Oh, really? You don't think they'd be any better? Yeah, I was going to say, I think they'd be better, but...
Yeah, I mean, because they haven't used Jahmyr Gibbs, right?
Not really.
He's barely seen the field for some reason, which is the guy that they went and reached for in the first round.
What was it, an 8 pick? 10 pick?
No, I don't think it was a top 10 pick. I think he was like 14 or something, but I know they traded up to get him.
Yeah.
And
them getting rid of Williams and Swift. I mean, those 2 backs right there, and then they go and draft them. I mean, was it 14? Let me see here. Roster. But, I mean, the Lions are for real.
Yeah, they are. They have depth. That's the biggest thing about the Lions that surprised me. On the season,
number 12. He was picked 12.
Okay. On the season, they have been effective on offense. Jared Goff has been playing some of his best football ever. They have a good defense, but that game against the Bucs was probably their worst offensive performance of the year. They were not able to run the ball on Tampa. They had to rely on Jared Goff just cutting up the Bucs zone coverage. Yeah. The Bucs zone coverage because they couldn't get off of the fucking field on third down. Be 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12. and there'd be some guy wide ass open. It reminded you back when the secondary sucked.
Yep.
And I would say that with as good as fuck, I forgot where I was going with that. Sorry, sometimes I talk myself into a circle.
Did the weed pen take over?
It's kicking in. Yeah, I'm losing altitude, as that one guy put it.
You're losing altitude?
Yeah.
No, I'm looking at the stats. I didn't know. I knew he had a really good game, but Goff 30 for 44, 353, and 2 TDs, especially a week where a lot of the quarterbacks were down, which was really weird.
It was a weird weekend for offense. I was picking the over all fucking weekend.
Yeah, me too.
And nothing was hitting. It seemed like more often than not. And the final scores probably reflect that too.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Miami was maybe the most high-flying offense of the weekend. Chiefs only put up 19 points. Ravens only put up 24. Commanders won their game with 24. Vikings put up 19 points on the fucking Bears. The Bengals only put up 17 points. The Browns put up 19 points to beat the 49ers, which is kind of expected in a game like that.
Yeah.
The Dolphins 42. The Jags 37. So those two offenses kind of ran it up. But the Texans won with 20, Raiders 21, Rams 26. So aside from those two games, there was not a lot of offense at all last weekend.
Which hopefully they bounce back this week. All offenses, especially for the great fantasy. I kind of want to switch over to
the great fantasy.
The great fantasy players out there. 813-90-BUBBA, 813-90-Bubba. I kind of wanted to switch over to college football and talk to what we were kind of messaging back and forth, the Caleb Williams thing. I don't know if anyone knows, but it looks like Caleb Williams is trying to hold all the chips. He said if he doesn't go where he wants to go, then he'll just go back to college because he can make more money in college.
Well, is that what you were referring to?
No. That was one of the things I read.
That's a build-up to what was announced more recently.
Yeah, because the newest news, which I think, that's right there on the nail deal. It's like, well, fuck you guys. I want to go where I'm going to go, and I'm going to college. You haven't proven yourself in the NFL yet.
This came out what, like 2 a.m. last night?
Yeah.
West Coast time, so 11 o'clock.
So, and then Caleb Williams now wants a piece of ownership of whoever it drafts him. What the fuck? I guess that was a deal that who tried to cut that? Oh, Aaron Rodgers with the Jets. I don't know. They said it isn't, but how this just shows how much that shit is gonna just fuck up. He may come out and be the greatest quarterback ever, like they're saying, or he can come out and be Ryan Leaf. Who's the Raiders? Jamal Russell, whatever the fuck is
Russell.
Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah.
He's the kid's a superstar in college, but look at his last game against Notre Dame.
It's not, the ownership rights thing is not going to go over well at all. Biggie beat me to it. Yeah, it's not going to go over well. I don't think NFL teams are going to entertain the idea of giving some 20-something-year-old kid a minority stake in the franchise
before he even plays it down in the NFL.
Yeah, especially when there's all this fucking red tape with Tom Brady wanting a minority stake in the Raiders. Like, they're denying that every which way they can. So you really think they're going to let it fly with some unproven risk at this point? I hate to say it because he is the clear-cut QB1, and he probably will be because he's the most efficient quarterback in the country as of right now, right? 2,021 yards, 23 touchdowns, 4 picks. He threw 3 of those picks in the last game.
Yeah, against Notre Dame.
Yeah, dude.
They
whooped
it's a
his
loss.
ass and they figured him out. So you got to see if he can bounce back. He's not a paper tiger.
And for him to start saying all that shit during the season is horrible. Like, and then hold on,
it's not a great.
You
look.
say those things. You come out and say, "Oh, I'm gonna say where I go, and if I don't, I'm just gonna go back to college." Okay, whatever. That's your deal. And now, after a loss to Notre Dame, where you throw 3 picks, You're going to come out, and Notre Dame is not undefeated. I believe Notre Dame has lost 1 or 2 games, and
Yeah,
you
they've
don't
lost a
even throw 200 yards, and you're going to come out and say, "Whoever drafts me, I want ownership in it." They could probably get away with it if, like, maybe he has like a trust or his family or some shit like that. That maybe he trusts his dad or mom and gives that gives I don't know. But I mean, if I was an NFL team, I know some NFL teams are going to get desperate, but I almost see that as like a red flag.
I mean, it just seems like I know that from the player perspective, it's a guarantee. It's getting all the money that you can because that's the leverage they're always going to use. Is like, well, I don't know how long my career is going to be, and I want to make sure that I can be paid for.
Yeah, but he's already
what
being
I'm gonna
short-sighted by
do,
saying that
blah,
he'll
blah,
stay in college for a year, one more year. So he's
He has
willing.
one more year of eligibility after this, right?
Yeah, so he's willing to let's say he gets drafted by the Bears, or not even the Bears because Fields is on there, but let's just say Tennessee, right? Okay, they still have a quarterback. Whatever, fuck it. Whoever they go and draft, the Rams. Let's just say the Rams, right?
Okay.
He'll get a 5-year deal, I think is what the new contracts are coming out, 5 years.
For rookies?
Yeah, 6 years. Is it 5?
I think it's still 4.
What wasn't it 4 with an option on 5?
Yes, for first-round picks.
Yeah. So you got almost, and then he could literally at this point sign a guarantee contract probably for, let's just say whatever, the $100 million or whatever it is. I don't even know. But next year he could go back to USC in game 1 and break his, blow out his knee.
Yeah.
And he's, I don't know. It just doesn't seem. I feel
mean,
like
he could blow out his knee any week of the season. It does come off as a little pretentious. I'm sure that his agent is telling him all the reasons he needs to do this to secure.
Of course, his agent's saying that.
Right. Someone's filling his head up with all of this stuff to make him believe that this is the best move for him. And listen, I've never been someone who was close to playing in the NFL. I'm never going to be the best college quarterback in the country, so I don't know what it's like firsthand. But I have to imagine there are better ways to try and get leverage. Because when you are a mega star quarterback like he is, and if he comes back to college for another year, he's going to continue to be that guy.
Yeah, and he'll get a ton of money, and he may win the Heisman again.
Right.
But
it's one of those things where if you are good enough, you can absolutely leverage some of these teams because we've seen all of these athletes do it before.
Yeah, I mean,
but when you set a precedent by already probably being a guy who's going to come into the league and be paid a fuck ton of money right off of the go. Like, it's probably going to be the most expensive rookie contract in NFL history.
And he's going to have endorsement deals.
He's going to have endorsement deals out the ass. He's going to be making a lot of money. It's like, what more do you want?
Ownership.
What is that going to do for you?
Set him up long term because he's what, 20, 21?
Yeah, 21, I think.
I'm saying is, let's see what his demands were. Team demands. Partial ownership that sucks him in if he declares for the draft.
Hold on.
What? Are you okay? Is our co-host struggling over there? Oh, no. Our co-host is off draft demands. Let's see. Because I believe he did. I think he named the teams that he would go play for. But he's gonna have a tough time playing Utah. I mean, Utah is a good team this year, but I heard the Pac-12, man. The minute they get out of their conference play, they get exposed.
Yeah, Pac-12 versus Pac-12 has been highly entertaining this year, though.
Oh yeah, that's a definite over every time too.
Hell yeah,
that's what I used to always do with the Big 12.
She was over there doing a demo job, by the way.
On what?
On the stairs leading up to the couch area.
Uh-oh.
You know how there's the not Velcro face, but it's like a carpet face? Like the face of the stair?
Yeah.
She was ripping on it. She was grabbing it, biting it, and ripping it off. And
uh-oh.
It did not come off. She's good.
Okay, good. I was gonna say, are we gonna be in trouble? Well, technically you'd be in trouble.
She's in a mood. I'm gonna put her out back.
Put her back with the goats and
Yeah.
see. But then she'll go in the pipe and also go into the pond.
Yeah.
What teams does drafted by? I'm trying to see because he only listed a couple, and I don't think they have any chance. Do you know that story?
What story?
Well, you all right?
Yeah, she's biting my hand.
Why don't you give her a chew toy?
She's got a shit ton of toys in here. They're all in the middle of the floor. Right over there. She's got a big giant bone with some meat left on it. She's got some good shit laying over there.
I can't
Spoiled
find.
brat.
It's from September. Damn it! I was really which maybe I don't think they listed. Damn it! I was trying to find it. Now I'm just trying to type in things. See, look at this. Valuation as Neil Dales comes at $2.6 million. That's all he's getting right now. But if you look, a nice chunk of change for sure. But Bryce Young, the 2023 first overall pick, signed a 4-year, $37.9 million contract, fully guaranteed.
Caleb Williams, if he goes back to USC for another year, it's going to be double that.
You think about $4 million?
No, I'm talking about the rookie year.
Oh yeah,
the rookie deal. They said it was 37.9.
Yeah, for 4 years.
He'll
guaranteed.
probably sign like a 4-year 55, 60.
7? Because he only said 7 months. Now I can't find the damn thing. Whatever. Fuck him. Okay. You know what? Just play and get in the league and then show that you can play. Whatever. So I hope you lose to Utah. No, I don't like Caleb Williams.
Now you're
anymore.
not rooting for him anymore?
Nope. I hope you lose to Utah, and I hope USC, blows.
What about Shedeur Sanders? What are your thoughts on Colorado? We haven't talked about old Dion in a little while.
Yeah, Dion's a great guy. Great guy.
Oh, yeah, he's great.
He's a great guy.
Pretty much the best ever.
His book just came out.
Oh, he did have a book come out?
Yeah, he did. I'm going to go buy it, read it. It's the greatest book probably ever. Elevate and Dominate, 21 Ways to Win on and off the Field.
21 Ways.
Oh, wait, it hasn't come out yet.
Oh,
He's releasing in 2024. So it looks like I won't be buying it anytime
yeah,
soon.
You're going to go get in line today, huh?
Yeah. But, yes, Colorado, they got a big game coming up next week. They got a bye. I think Dion will get them kind of back in line. And I believe they play Arizona. No, UCLA. But that's Chip Kelly. I mean, what do you think they're going to do? You think they bounce back after that bye week, come back? Chip Kelly, UCLA, who runs a hurry-up offense. Do you think they come back and win? And what's your opinion on the Colorado team? Are you still sticking with what I was saying with 7-5?
I think obviously these last few weeks have been the wake-up call that they've been waiting for. You know, when you go into that first favored contest against Oregon and you lose the way that they do, your ego gets hit a little bit, but you still kind of feel like it was a fluke. So I think they went into the next few games still feeling that way. Because maybe they just accepted that second half a little easier than they should have.
Well, I think they felt like they thought they were going to party 29-0.
Yeah, that was obviously that was obviously going to be hopefully the straw that breaks the camel's back. I think that they have what it takes to bring it to UCLA. I mean, it is 25. They are ranked 25, 4-2, but I think they'll play them close. I think they can rebound. I think they can be locked in this week, and they can go out there and make it a close game. I haven't watched a lot of UCLA this year, so that's the hard thing. But they're 1-2 in their conference.
Yeah, they lost to number 11 Utah 14-7.
They lost to Oregon State.
Oregon State's 15 this year. Wow, 36-24. So, wow, yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a tough game. I mean, I know a lot of people were thinking that Dion was gonna bring Colorado their first national championship. This year probably, or even next year.
God, not this year.
Well, that's what a lot of people probably thought after that, super opening. I mean, unfortunately, I don't think they're going to get their first national championship anytime soon. Maybe year 3, year 4, maybe they get to the playoffs.
That's what I'm thinking. I was thinking about it today. I'm really curious to see how long Dion ends up staying there.
Well, you don't think once Shedeur leaves that you think he'll jump ship?
I don't think he'll jump ship when Shedeur leaves, because I think after Shedeur leaves, doesn't Shiloh still have a year?
I think so. but he's just a cornerback, right?
Yeah. I mean, maybe he stays for 4 years and then goes away, but I don't know. I do think he is a good enough football coach to stay there for the next 10, 15, 20 years if he really wanted to do
Why
that.
would he jump, though?
I don't think he would jump to another school. I think he would just stop coaching.
You really think that he would stop coaching and just go hang out? I think Shiloh's actually done after this year.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
He's 23, yeah, because he was at South Carolina, Jackson State. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is his 5th year, unless he's getting, or you know what? That whole bullshit with the COVID thing. I wonder if he has a 60 season or not. I don't know, because everyone got a year, and then it looks like in his second season ACL, he blew out his ACL.
Yeah, because Shador could come back next year. I just don't know. I thought Shiloh could come back.
Maybe he could. Oh, he is a graduate student. So, yeah, who knows? I mean, the eligibility rules these days, I'm so fucking confused on them. Especially after COVID, they gave everyone, I think, a year. And then with graduate, if you go with graduate, they gave you another year. I don't know. I'm totally confused.
I gotta go get my fucking dog, man.
Well, your dog was knocking on the door, which was kind of freaking me out a little bit.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
She wanted to be up there with you.
Well, listen, I have no food. I'm hungry. Where's she at, though? Is she eating? Oh. I'm just disappointed. I'm looking at the schedule, and let's see, for college football, because I'm going to be golfing on Saturday. I'm golfing all weekend. Like Penn State, Ohio State, and it's so hard to obviously watch football while you're trying to play golf. But, I mean, you got Penn State, Ohio State. That's going to be a really good game. 3 versus 7, starting off at 12. I'm maybe see if someone can bring an iPad on my trip.
Clemson.
Miami, Clemson, Alabama, Tennessee. That's 3:30. I don't think we get done golfing until like 5, and we start at 8.
You're going to be watching all the West Coast games. Washington, Arizona State. I mean, I feel like Washington's probably just going to run all over that.
I think Ole Miss and Auburn are going to be a good game.
Yeah, both of those teams have been playing tough this year. I told everybody, I've been saying it time and time again, Arkansas have been playing a lot of teams close this year, and look what they did with Bama last week.
Oh, I know. I took that over. I took that over at 21.5. It was an easy bet there.
Oh yeah.
Hold on.
Is Arkansas off this week? No, they have
6-1-0.
Mississippi State, so that could be a good game too.
It could be, but
I don't know what is Mississippi State look like this year.
Florida State and Duke should be a good game too. That's 7:30. 6-1-0.
Yo, it's Brian from Philly. What's up?
What's
What
up,
up,
Brian
Brian?
from Philly?
Did you guys talk about Penn State at Ohio State yet?
We just mentioned that I was disappointed. I'm going to be golfing during the Penn State Ohio State game. It's 12 o'clock, so hopefully I can watch it.
I think it's going to be a blowout. I think Ohio State's going to kill Penn State. I can't believe the line's only 4.5.
Really? That's it? I just clicked on it to look at it. I see that the matchup predictor is 63.5% on Ohio State, 36.5 on Penn State. I mean, is Penn State just not that good?
Well, they got a new quarterback. He's good, but they do this every year. They come out, they beat a couple teams. Most of them are nobodies, and then they get in the top 10, and then they play a top 10 team, and they lose. So
Hold on. Let me go
Penn
through their
State's
schedule real
gonna have
quick.
a
What do you
good
mean?
Game day coach.
West Virginia,
Mountain
Studs?
UMass,
Delaware?
they played last week.
Massachusetts. Oh, yeah. UMass is one of the best teams in the country. Northwestern,
Yeah, right.
Delaware. I mean, come on.
I know. They're a joke. So we'll see. I predict a blowout. I don't have any faith in
Are you
Penn State. My daughter goes to Penn State. You think I'd be for him, but no.
Are you putting money on Ohio State then?
I might. Yeah, I probably will if it stays at 4.5. Christ, that's a no-brainer.
So Brian from Philly's pick is a heavy on Ohio State.
Yeah. All right, guys, keep it up.
Thanks, Brian from
Thank
Philly.
you, Brian. I like Ohio State too in that game. I know that a couple of years ago they played a close game, didn't they? Penn State and Ohio State. I remember I was watching it with a buddy of mine, and it kind of came down to the wire.
I don't really see Penn State. Usually, I think it was like 2 years ago. Maybe they were 14.
Yeah, but they always start the year strong,
Yeah.
and then they fizzle out. They lose to that one really good team, and then maybe lose 1 or 2 more throughout the rest of the season, and then
Though they usually have what
get a decent bowl.
3 losses on the season normally.
Yeah, they're kind of a 10-win team, 10-ish.
I mean, and look, I know a lot of college, like big time schools like this, they start getting upset with the coach having 10 wins. But as a person that goes to a school or went to a school that we won maybe 8 games.
Doesn't win shit.
And Jim Levitt was always winning 8 games, and then we got another coach in. Skip Holtz sucked, and then we won 10 games again. And we had everyone was upset at Levitt for winning 8 games a year, pretty much.
Yeah, and then
he couldn't get over the hump, so we had to fire him.
Hey,
but that's not besides.
So let me ask you a question about USF football.
Oh boy.
I don't mean to squirrel you or counter.
No, you're good. Go for it. That's your.
Are you familiar with Woody?
Woody?
Yeah, Woody.
Who's Woody?
Go on Google and type in USF Woody.
Oh, that stupid fucking wood fucking statue they built? Not built.
Not they built.
I know. Someone did.
Fox 13 did a story on it fucking yesterday. Go up and play that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I saw it over. They asked the coach before the last game. Where
Down
this
one? There you go, yeah.
A tradition. Jesus. Where
Down
this one?
There you go.
Oh, yeah. I said that. Yeah, I didn't really look into it. I saw it after I left the FSU game.
So at first I kind of liked it, but then I started doing some more research and I found out that this guy started bringing this thing around in
last 13 years, there has been one constant
2010
at USF football games and tailgates. That constant just happens to be a 35-pound wooden statue that has somehow divided Bulls fans across Tampa Bay.
It's so hideous. The coach said it was weird.
Yeah, I heard that part.
Because the guy who brings it to the game, he'll stand by the entrance and he'll tell the players, he's like, touch it, everybody touch it, everybody touch it.
Oh, when they're walking in?
They have footage of him doing that, and it's really weird because he kind of makes it about him.
This guy?
Randy
Yeah.
Johnson has been right here from the very beginning.
I was actually the second season ticket holder ever.
An alumni and diehard USF football fan, Randy
Good
can
for
be
you.
found here each game day at his tailgate. But more fans know about
my
Randy
God.
than they even do about some players on the team.
Got the wagon for him this year so we can move him around a little easier.
Or rather, they know about his creation.
The Woody
I've been
Wagon.
bringing him to every home game for 13 years.
Standing at about 3.5 feet tall, made of 35
What has
pounds of
USF
solid
done in the
wood,
last
it
13
has
years?
watched over tailgaters for the last
Nothing
13
really.
years.
I mean, have they gotten better at all?
They were up and down. You got Woody. Jeez, now I got Woody in my head.
So-
From Skip Holtz to fucking, I'm thinking of the stupid Woody thing. Willie Taggart, the Charlie Strong, and then shit after. I mean, really, we had a couple good years with Willie and Charlie.
yeah.
And it is Woody Bull, Randy's answer
Those
to when a
veins.
hurricane knocked down a tree in his backyard.
That piece of wood laying on the ground was just calling me to do something with it.
This is why USF's pathetic.
I just, I admire the tradition aspect. Because
Tradition.
It's not like
How about I go
it's
take
not-
a
hold on,
shit
hold on,
and
hold
carve it into a
on.
USF fucking
Randy
It's not like USF has a lot of traditions
This is why it's so pathetic.
as a USF alumni yourself. So again, what? It's not like the team has been good. I just don't. Respectfully, I don't know why you would continue doing this if it hasn't seemingly brought you any success. If the team has gotten worse every year.
What's this guy gonna fucking do? What's this guy gonna do when he dies? Is he gonna leave it to the school and they can burn it or something?
He'll bury it in the parking lot.
Johnson took chainsaw to tree branch. Woody Bull hasn't missed a single tailgate, a single stampede,
Oh my God.
Come on, guys, touch him.
a single game.
I feel proud. I feel honored that they embrace him.
While
Do they?
some see a harmless
Yeah,
art
they've
project
actually-
turned tailgate staple, others, like a lot of others, feel a very different way about Woody Bull.
A lot of people, they see Woody Bull, they think he's bad luck. They call him voodoo. Why do people feel so strongly
Voodoo.
that way about him?
They don't know about Woody Bull. They only think he's showed up the last year or two. They don't realize there's 13 years of tradition with Woody Bull.
And even with
That's
calls
the
for
thing.
Woody
Like,
to be
what
the
kind
guest
of
honor at a
tradition does
bonfire.
Woody Bull have?
No one that comes to the games even know about it.
Fucking suck
Silently
ass.
cheering on the Bulls as he has for the past 13 seasons.
Oh,
'Cause I
get the
see
googly
fans come
eyes.
here and want to get their pictures taken with him and want to touch him and want to rub his head. That's what he's here for.
Because after all, fans come and go. But here, Woody Bull and Randy Dotson remain,
South Florida.
always with their horns up.
Go Bulls!
Oh yeah.
You know, it got.
I thought that too, and so that was the season. So this awesome fan. So 2010 season was the first year without
with Woody.
and without Jim Levitt.
Oh, so he got it. He built it as a shrine to Levitt. That's what happened.
No, I don't, who'd fucking know? But that's why USF is a joke, okay?
Oh man.
Because then we got Fox 13 covering this guy too.
It's a USF tradition.
What fuck?
This little fucking ugly ass.
641.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What do you
What's
think
up,
of the
fucking player? How
What do you
doing,
think of
man?
the USF fucking wood statue?
Wow. That's not as bad as a brass pig that I was playing for this weekend against Minnesota.
The
Yeah,
what?
but isn't it? You said it's the brass pig, but isn't there a little more history in that rivalry?
Yeah, and at least like the other schools, like they embrace it. This is some fucking weirdo that's been a season ticket holder since '97 that built this stupid fucking wood thing that during a hurricane, carved it up in 2010, and it's a fucking tradition. I mean, if he would have done it in '97 when he fucking got his season, I was the second season ticket holder. What the fuck ever?
It looked like a ventriloquist dummy that he just talks to during the week.
He probably does. He probably. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna go find this guy, Brass Mug. What's your stupid fucking thing called?
The brass hog.
The brass hog.
It's a brass pig.
Okay,
It's
hog.
like 80
pig.
pounds.
Brass pig.
Let's see what this thing looks like. It's probably nicer though.
Rosedale.
Barbecue. Brass pig smoking
Yeah.
ale house.
Well, we used to do a light pig back in like the 20s and 30s, and then they realized that killing a light pig after the game wasn't a good idea.
Well,
Yeah, where
USF,
have we heard that before?
well, USF was supposed to have a fucking bull when USF first started. That thing disappeared. It was supposed to go live on a farm for 10 years. Never to be seen ever again. We were supposed to, as USF, supposed to have this bull that we ran out of the tunnel with.
They fucking ate him.
They probably did.
How many years did they do that?
They never did it.
I don't think they've ever.
96
ever once had a.
No, 90. No, they didn't because I think it was when they announced that USF was going to have a football team, and I remember I was a little kid, and I remember, and it was when the school started, and they got this damn bull, this Brahma bull or whatever it was, and they're like, when we're going to put this on a farm, it was donated by this, and in 10 years he'll be big enough and trained so he can run through the tunnels and like Texas and all that shit, and that damn bull is never to be seen ever again.
Yeah, that's really dumb.
I can't find your stupid fucking trophy either. I'm worked up about this Woody thing. I typed in brass
It's the
pig.
It's the flight of Rosedale.
Oh, here it is.
It's
Is
the
this
flight of Rosedale.
giant iron pig statue honors Iowa football trophy?
Yeah,
Who are they
it's
playing?
the Iowa Minnesota game.
Oh. Rhett's dog over here is having a little conniption. Well, listen, but yeah, you said 1923. I guess, in 100 years of that stupid wood thing. No, because I don't even use it to like play a team. It's not like it's USF versus UCF, like trophy. I mean, we don't really have any teams that anymore that, we have a rivalry against, which is once again why USF's a joke and the school's a joke for not putting them in a better conference and giving up on football after 2010. Once the Big East went down.
How would you legitimately feel if USF just one day decided they were going to take away the football program?
They probably will sometime. They want to be a stupid.
Would that bother you?
Yeah, it would bother me. They want to do like they want to be they think they're smart. They want to be like a top school. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. Presidents don't care. They think they put money into the program. They're going to build this 35,000 seat stadium and whatever on campus. They don't embrace the stadium. I hope this fucking Woody thing burns up and fucking. I can't wait to see it whenever the next USF game is. I'm gonna go find this guy. Fucking.
Well, Lummy, you should.
It's an embarrassment.
You should have Walker go stand up next to it and just kick it over and destroy it.
Yeah. You know what? It's an embarrassment. You know, like people make fun of.
Tell Walker to go right up and push it out of the wagon.
People. This is why people make fun of like my school. Here's a stupid thing right here. USF gets a raging bull in Rocky 2 in 2006. Okay, I was wrong. Maybe the other one died. Who fucking knows? But where's this damn bull at? This is why we can't have anything. Brown bull, calf from Riverview. No bull. Okay, is a new face of USF. Rhett, have you ever seen this bull around?
Not once.
The guy that started Beef O'Brady's donated it. This is stupid. Yeah. There it is. Hey, listen, I'll take a brass fucking pig, than over this thing. This is horrible. For now, Rocky 2 is in the match.
What about the axe that Minnesota and Wisconsin play for?
Yeah, once again, those are all long-term things. Even the Virginia Tech bucket, the lunch pail or whatever the hell they play against Virginia Tech and West Virginia or Virginia or whoever. Like, those are at least traditions. The school embraces those traditions. Fucks their team even giving this guy any kind of publicity. Like, I've never even heard of this thing before last weekend. Now, see, I went to the FSU game last week. That's tradition. You got Chief Osceola and the horse, and they run up and down, and he throws the spears in there, and it's and the crowd's big, the fans are behind it. That's a tradition, And then now, see, like this is what got me like pissed off because I was sitting there and I'm so mad I didn't go to Florida State. I had an opportunity to go to Florida State, walk on there, and I picked FAU. Bad decision on my part, but shit happens for a reason. And I'm watching it, and I'm so mad at myself. And I'm like, I will make sure if Walker wants to play a sport, he's going to go to a big school. Because I started thinking about it. I'm like, well, I picked USF, blah, blah, blah. And, for when I was there, the football team was actually pretty good. And, at the time, I'm like, you can start seeing tradition. And then I started thinking back, and I'm like, 80,000 fucking people tailgating. They do the lighting of the fucking horse, Chief Osceola thing, the big statue that they have outside of the stadium. They do it every Friday, and they have this big crowd and all this other shit. And I'm sitting there, and now I got to listen, and Red brings up, we got a fucking wood statue that this old fuck chainsawed out of some fallen stupid thing 13 years after the program started.
During a goddamn hurricane.
Yeah, we don't even have...
Goddamn hurricane.
And now I found this goddamn bull that who knows where this thing is. We can't keep traditions. My school's pathetic. I'm done.
You want to talk about traditions and trying to shoehorn something to make it happen. Have you noticed what the Bucks are doing at all the home games now?
That stupid fucking German song?
It's not a German song.
Well,
it's a song about West Virginia.
Yeah, listen, that's another thing that fucking irks me.
So
they caught it Tom Brady in Germany. Fucking, are you kidding me? Change the goddamn song at least. Say fucking back home in Tampa. You lazy fucks. That's the stupidest thing ever.
Country road.
Do you like it? Yeah, but Brandon, can you explain it? Because that pissed me off after week one.
Are you talking about why they're doing it?
I know why they're doing it.
Oh, I was gonna say because
that's still stupid.
That moment in Germany, playing that song in Germany, and the Bucks just so happened to be there was a really cool moment, and I understand it by itself. But when you try to just make it happen at every single game, nobody wants to sing fucking Country Roads when you're losing to the Lions 20-6.
Oh, what do you mean? Every fucking fan there was singing it like it.
Well, that's because they knew they made a bunch of money on the tickets that they sold. Not being
exactly.
And it's a stupid song anyway.
Yeah, it's
we're
overrated.
not in West Virginia.
It's overrated. We're not even inEst Virginia.
It's so dumb.
You can at least have a Shinedown song or something.
Well, no.
From Jacksonville.
Change the fucking name. Or I got an idea. This is what I said. Okay, you want to play the song "Come Home"? What?
Nothing. Go ahead.
No, how about they do it to where you're singing? You know, kind of how like Boston does their fucking Neil Diamond song, right? Why don't they do it to where maybe the person that's running it hits the pause button on West Virginia or like the mute button on it, and everyone in the crowd says Tampa. If they want to play that stupid fucking song in Tampa during a Bucks game, why don't they do that and get the crowd behind it? Right? It's fucking Brandon's phone, Matthew. I'm worked up. You know, don't you agree, Rep? If they want to play that song, why don't they mute and say, Tampa, take me home or some shit like that?
Yeah, I think there's better songs they can play.
There's way better songs. Anything besides, that's like Sweet Home Alabama. Are we going to play Sweet Home Alabama from now on? And fucking the first quarter? Why don't we just name every song with a different state than Florida or Tampa?
You know what they should start playing? Fucking Margaritaville.
Let's go down to Margaritaville.
That'd be more fitting to be playing Jimmy Buffett every Bucks game.
Yeah, there you go.
We got parrots in the stadium that'll talk to people. Like,
Jesus.
Come on.
That'd be funny.
It's all right. The other
so
tradition
perfect.
that I think is dumb is the stupid drum line.
Yeah, that got old quick.
Oh,
it's kind of lame.
And they won't get rid of it.
If they had 3 times the amount of people in the drum line and it actually sounded imposing, it would be cool. But it's like the equivalent of like a high school drum line.
It is. That's all it is.
It's so quiet that if there's something going on or if the crowd's being moderately loud, you can't even hear it.
Yeah. I mean, this
they
is
don't
what's
even have it piped in through the stadium.
You would think, but even then, it's still pretty quiet.
Yeah, because no one wants to listen to the fucking drum line. No one gives a shit about the drum line. They try so much to get stupid traditions going. Just stick to the old shit. We don't have any traditions from 76. Okay, you know what we have? We have the Tampa Bay. Okay, just stick to that then. The drum line's stupid. The song, fucking Take Me Home to West Virginia, is stupid. We live in Tampa. Now, my heart hurts. Brandon, you got anything else? Bring up traditions.
I got you all worked up. I'm sorry about that.
Lummy's about to have a grabber.
Yeah, go fucking hang out with your brass pig and grab your wiener. Talk to the Indian guy. Brandon, you got any big bets for this week that you're looking at?
Well, I just put $5 on Minnesota to cover the spread against Iowa.
Well, is Minnesota any good? Is Minnesota any good this year?
But Iowa's offense is shitty, so I have to play against my own team.
Brandon, listen. When's the last time fucking Iowa's offense was any good?
2009.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, you guys have good defense.
And we have the best punter in the nation.
Well, I wouldn't be bragging about the best punter in the nation. Well, I mean,
I guess the best punter in the nation. You're going to see him so much this weekend. He's going to be the busiest guy on the team.
Well, he had over 500 yards of punts last week.
Well,
that sucks, man. That's awful.
I know.
The offense had 100.
Are you telling us this? Like, these are good stats, Brandon.
No, I'd be being facetious. I was just
I got you.
playing it up like it's good.
No, that is good. I mean,
hey, there are benefits to having a good punter. Like we've talked about how good the Bucks punter is before.
Yeah, he's really good.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, we're bragging about our punter too.
The signs that we bring into the stadium that says our punter's going to win the Heisman because we know our offense is so bad.
You know what? You talk about traditions. At least like your tradition that you have at Iowa, besides all your trophies that I think are kind of cool. I know it just started, but what tradition that you guys started was waving to the hospital. Okay, I can see that. I can see a tradition like that, and then you're gonna stick with it because the hospital. Okay, that's cool. But I mean, forcing a fucking tradition in. But I don't know. All right, Brandon, I appreciate it.
Okay.
See you, man.
See you later. Have a good weekend.
You too. I forgot. Yeah, Joe Polozowski brought up. I remember that when they used to play Jumbo Mumbo, whatever it was, Mumbo number 5, during the Bucks games.
Did they really?
Yeah, Mumbo Jumbo.
Mumbo Jumbo or Mumbo number 5?
Yeah, not Mumbo number 5. Mumbo Jumbo.
Turkey pizza comes perfectly
I would have to hear
sliced.
this to see if I'm familiar with it. I remember they used to do Crazy Train every kickoff. That was fucking cool when I was a kid.
Well, yeah, but that's when we had what's his name?
Gruden.
Yeah. What the hell's going on here? Let's see.
They did not.
Yeah, every game. You don't remember this song?
This song? This is not the song you're talking about.
No,
I think you meant to click like that one.
No, that is the
that
same
one or the one by Scatman John.
it's Mambo 5, I'm sure.
Mambo number 5?
Yeah.
A little bit of Monica in my life.
Oh, there goes the copyright.
Erica by my side. A little bit of
I wish they went back to playing this in every Bucks game. I prefer to fucking hear that when I'm down 14 in the fourth quarter in fucking country roads, dude.
I know,
I'd be stoked.
Especially when it's getting dark and everyone puts their phones up and lights and oh god. I mean, what about Chumbawamba?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody, okay, come on, let's ride.
Steve, I mean,
say Chumbawamba.
Chumbawamba, yeah, that's.
Oh
I mean,
God, what song did Chumbawamba have? Tub thumping.
Tum thumping.
I get knocked down.
Yeah, get up again. Yeah,
I ain't never gonna bring me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again.
Like I'm gonna type in top 5. I'm gonna type this in. Top 5. I want to know what happened to that bull. You know that bull. I keep trying to do a little more research on it to now. The Rocky 2.
Yeah.
Nothing. That's a stupid looking bull anyhow. The white. Stupid. Let's see. Top 5 traditions in college football. Notre Dame. Okay, play like a champion. Dotting the I. Ohio State, Oklahoma Sooners, South Carolina, shortstop, Texas A&M, 12th man, Virginia Tech, hand, enter Sandman, Wisconsin Badgers, jump around. All right. That's not what I was thinking of. But sweet home. You see, I got to get off this, Red. I'm getting mad.
Why all of these traditions that you see?
No, I'm just mad about USF. Okay.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up Woody and to get you all pissed.
Well, I didn't. I'm glad you did because I'm glad that I don't have to now go and look what the fuck they were talking about when I was driving back from a real school, and then watching USF on my phone get absolutely
ass blasted
by FAU. Who gave no respect to USF and went for an onside kick in the fourth quarter, up 52-14, to say, go fuck yourselves, guys.
Well,
thank God I didn't go to that game.
Since I have seemingly pissed you off, how about we just do our NFL picks and wrap this bitch on up, huh?
Sure, whatever. Fucking gotta go. I'm gonna go out with the goats and hang out with them and have them calm me down.
I will say, as far as traditions go, it just got brought up in the YouTube chat, but Virginia Tech's Enter Sandman.
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh, it's so fucking cool. It's like, they're not the only team on the planet to run out to Enter Sandman. They definitely weren't the first.
But it's the way their fans are.
Yeah, like you can get the fans into it. The entire fan base goes to the game, and that's part of what they look forward to. And like those nighttime games.
Well, I've been there.
During?
No, I went to, and I used to spend a couple summers up in Virginia, up in Floyd, Virginia, which is a tiny, tiny little town.
And didn't they start that like mid-2000s? Like that wasn't always a thing.
No, it wasn't always a thing. But yeah, they started at, when they started getting pretty good. I was in there in 97, 98. But the thing is, like you're saying, the whole crowd gets behind it because there's nobody up there. I mean, maybe Blacksburg obviously is a little bit bigger now, but it's a small ass town, and it's like everyone goes and they all just join in on it. And now Virginia Tech sucks, but Big E said he played against them in the 90s, right?
No kidding. Big E played football?
Yeah, he played against them in the 90s. It looks like.
I don't think I've ever heard Big E talk about playing football.
Oh,
I said that last week. I'm still shocked to hear that he played football. I don't think I've ever heard him once mention.
I was kind of blown away too.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We'll go. It was 2000 when they started. Thank you, Big E. Obviously, you weren't playing against them at that point, but all right. Do you want to shoot off your shit here?
Yeah, I'll shoot my shit. I got to write it down so I can't shoot it off as quickly and effectively.
And
as
good.
you
I'm glad,
can.
and I'm glad the Rangers are up 2-0 against the Astros.
Yeah, fuck
the
Houston.
Astros. Yeah, fuck them. And then the other, what's it? Arizona and who the fuck is Arizona? Oh, Phillies. Phillies are up 2-0
I would like to see the Phillies go, and I would like to see the Phillies win it.
again.
They didn't win it last year.
They won. When did they win it?
They won it 08 against the Rays. That's the only time they won it.
No, they won it again.
No.
Yeah, they did.
I don't
You just start
believe they
writing.
did.
You start writing your fucking things
Okay,
down.
I'll start writing my fucking things down.
Let's see here. Division title.
1980, 2008.
See, 1980.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And they made it there last year
They did make it there last year. Yeah, that was a fun run.
after
to
they
watch.
fired the great Joe Girardi.
Yeah, well, he ain't doing shit now. is
Sam Folds, their GM. I saw that name. I go, is that little Munchkin guy from
Yeah.
the Rays?
he? Yeah.
He's like 5'2". I remember him. All right, whatever. Good for him. Glad he went to Stanford. Look at him. He's so small. We got him in a trade from the Cubs, I believe. Back when I liked the Rays. All right.
Better days.
Better days with the Rays. Let me see. Where's the NFL here? Here we go. Week 6. I like looking at the odds, too. Saints, Jaguars, nothing. Oh, Jaguars are at +1?
That's surprising.
I know, against the Saints. Interesting.
That's really surprising, actually.
Thursday night game, too. Even though it is in New Orleans.
That's
Yeah.
probably why.
Yeah,
I mean, New
but that's
Orleans,
a 3-point
it's a
spread.
tough place to play.
That's true.
They're always going to have that crowd. As long as the crowd shows up, they haven't been this suck-ass of a team in a while. So it'll be interesting to see how many people show up. But usually when they do, it's a
That's
top 5 difficult stadium, I think, in the NFL. All right, you want to get into these?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Jacksonville at New Orleans, Thursday Night Football.
Jacksonville
it is. I also agree. I will take the Jaguars in that. First time I'm not going to pick the Saints, which is crazy because I hate that team, but I always pick them to win because they are a slimy fucking team.
That's right, they are.
But they don't seem to have that same sliminess this year. I don't know what it is, but they cannot weasel them way. They cannot weasel their way out of games like they have in the past
Like
with
Alvin Kamara.
Derek Carr as their quarterback and Alvin Kamara and Jameis Winston getting into some really funny fights on the sideline.
It's perfect.
Did you see that video?
Yeah, Alvin Kamara likes to fight too, so.
Yeah.
All
Las Vegas Raiders on the road.
right. The Raiders.
Taking on the Chicago Bears. I like
In
the Raiders.
Chicago.
Yeah, I like the Bears here. Or I like the Raiders.
Oh, you
Hold
like
on,
the Bears?
Jesus. Yeah, I said both. No, I like the Raiders. I'm picking the Raiders. That's my pick.
All right. I'm going to go with the Chicago Bears.
2 weeks in a row, you're picking the Bears.
Well, you pick them long enough, maybe they'll win one.
Cleveland at Indianapolis.
Have they said Deshaun Watson will be back?
They have not.
Of course not. Why would they?
But Anthony Richardson going down with potentially
Surgery.
season-ending surgery. I mean, I don't think he's going to play again this season regardless if he has surgery or not. But I think...
Think Gardner Minshew pulls the nose up?
Yeah, I'm not going to pick against my boy here, so I'm going to take Gardner Minshew and the Colts. I think if P.J. Walker is out there, that offense wasn't able to do very much. I mean, they were playing the 49ers, but the 49ers were kind of banged up.
Yeah, and the Browns do have a good defense, but I'm going Colts.
All right. So we're both picking the Colts. Buffalo at New England. Buffalo's in a slump, but I don't think it's going to be slow enough to stop them from winning this game.
8.5 points, Buffalo. It's in Massachusetts. Let's go Patriots.
Is that your upset of the week?
Let me see here real quick. Upset of the week. That's my upset of the week.
There it is.
Until I find
Lummy's
another one.
Upset of the week. Lock it in.
And I'm already 1-0 from when I started saying upset of the week, so lock it in.
All right. Well, I'm picking against it, unfortunately, so we'll see what happens.
Big surprise on that one.
Washington at New York. Washington at New York Giants. Not the Jets.
In New Jersey.
In New Jersey.
Commanders coming off a big win. Defeated the Atlanta Falcons, who come to Tampa, but looks like 2-point spread. Washington. Tyrod Taylor still playing quarterback. If that's the case, Washington Commanders.
All right. I will also take Washington in that game. 1 o'clock, Raymond James Stadium. The Atlanta Falcons play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Where I will not be attending, unfortunately.
Will you even be watching it? You're going to be playing fucking golf?
Nah,
not watching the Bucs?
golf will be done. It should be done around 12, and then we do our award ceremony after it. So I should be able to watch and then I leave, and I'll listen to Gene Decker off the rest of the time home.
So I can assume you're picking the Bucs.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Come on.
Done deal.
Lions and Ravens.
Lions and Ravens. Give me Detroit all day. Detroit's about to be fucking 6-1 after this game.
Yeah, let's see. They're playing in Maryland, Baltimore.
Fuck the Ravens.
Fuck the Ravens. I'll go Lions too. Lions it is.
Awesome. Pittsburgh at LA Rams.
Pittsburgh coming off their bye week.
Yeah, well, they aren't going to do very much. I think
Rams coming. Oh yeah, it's
off of that 26-9 win over Arizona. Kind of a tough game to pick, it feels like. And I might regret this, but give me the Rams. I think they're more fit to play some offense now that Cooper Kupp is back, and I think that they are going to just outduel Kenny Pickett and the Steelers. So,
Rams all day. Matthew Stafford. He's learned how to play.
Yeah,
that's the next team Caleb Williams will play for.
Yeah. Arizona at Seattle. Another kind of tough game to pick.
I know. I mean, I like Arizona +8, but we're not picking with the spread. I'm going to Arizona.
Ooh.
I know Seattle's going to win. I know they're playing in Washington. I'm going off Arizona because fuck it. I'm definitely taking Arizona +8, though.
All right, I'm taking Seattle.
Of course you are.
Green Bay at Denver.
This is a no-brainer right here.
Is it?
Yeah. Denver all day.
Lummy.
I just hit my head. Packers.
Okay, so you are taking. All right.
Fuck the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to pick Denver ever again. I think I'm going to deliberately pick against them every single
That's
week.
what I do.
I don't give a shit if I lose that pick or not. Fuck the Broncos. Fuck Russell Wilson. Fuck Sean Payton. Fuck Jerry Jeudy. That whole team is trash.
Yeah, trash.
The whole team is garbage.
Garbage.
Their fans are okay.
Except Cooper Lips.
Yeah. LA Chargers. Division game on the road in Kansas City, 4:25 p.m. kickoff on CBS. Tickets as low as $224.
Oh, that's it.
I think the way Justin Herbert could not Monty up.
Well, he had a hurt hand.
He did. Not a throwing hand, though. And he didn't have hurt eyeballs when he threw that game-losing interception. So I'm going to pick against the Chargers this week. Give me Kansas City at home.
Oh, shitballs.
It's going to be a tough game. It'll be close. It'll kind of be like Monday night against Dallas. You know, these two teams.
I should be smart, but I'll go Chargers.
Yeah,
fuck the Swifties, man. All right, I said that.
I guess you got to pick a side there.
Yeah, fuck the Swifties.
All right, Miami Dolphins at the Philadelphia Eagles. This is going to be a really good game. I'm excited that this is on Sunday Night Football.
Well, luckily, Tua has Tyreek Hill and Waddle going.
He does. Well, Waddle left last week with injury. Did you ever get an update on that?
I did not see an update. Let's see if they gave an update on it.
Basically, the two best teams in each respective conference, the best team in the AFC so far, and one of the best teams in the NFC so far.
I don't see
a
anything.
lot of offense in this game.
I don't see anything. He's not on the injuries.
Well, that's good. Maybe he came back in the game, but I thought he was banged up and he left for a little bit in that game.
I'm going Dolphins.
Are you?
Oh, yeah, Dolphins.
Are you?
Yep, Dolphins all the way, baby. Oh, you having a little trouble over there?
A little bit. It's hard to see Philly losing 2 in a row.
And it's in Philly, too, right?
It is. So I'm going to go Philly.
A lot of different picks this week.
Yeah. Yeah, there are.
Some stupid picks on my part. 49ers, Vikings. in Minnesota.
Oh, yeah, one more. Shit. 49ers, give me San Fran all day. They're going to bounce back. Minnesota's weak. And primetime Kirk, he's throwing 3 picks.
Yeah, I'm going to go 49ers too. But I mean, look at that spread. 7 points. Minnesota at home, 7 points. Yeah. I think I'll pay that one. But I think 49ers bounce back.
Miami, Philadelphia. It's gonna be a fun game to bet on.
Oh,
I think I'm
yeah.
gonna do a ticket on that. Well, it's Sunday Night Football, so I'm obviously gonna do some tickets on that
course,
game
yeah.
all by itself.
Just like your Thursday night Jaguars Saints game.
Ooh. Are you gonna do one with me? I feel like we have to, right?
Of course.
All right, cool. Gonna watch some HBO.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, we're off the air.
Wait, is this my music bumper?
Yeah. No, I think that's just BAR.
Oh no.
Nah, Lummy,
Oh no.
what
What's
are you
going
doing?
on?
Lummy.
Well, I hit the wrong button.
It's all right. Now it's playing the Bubba show, right? Now it's just bumpers. Music bumpers, and then...
Oh, Macho's going to be mad.
Is it? I don't think so. All you did was just fire off.
All right, well.
The fucking BAR listeners don't even get an outro. It just went straight.
There.
Just ended the show. No, Lummy.
Well, we're still on YouTube. What's up, everyone? Well, thank you.
What?
He's going to be so mad at me. Is he still here?
No, he left. He might still be here. He's been in and out turning off lights. I don't know if you noticed, but miraculously all the TVs and the lights are off in the studio now.
All right, well, thank you everyone for tuning into the Lummy Sports Show. It's been great. Don't forget we're live tomorrow, 6 a.m. right here on YouTube. Also Rumble. Everything's at the Bubba Army. Facebook, join it. Hit subscribe, like the bell. Go check out the Skinnies podcast with Bubba. Go watch it. It's a great interview with his boy Rico. Give it a thumbs up. Yes, I fumbled that one. Go check out Bubba Army Store, BubbaArmyShop.com for all your Bubba Army merch. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll be back next Wednesday. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. What's Rhett?
I've been crunching the numbers, and it took me the entire episode, but I wanted to let you know that our record up until this point in the season, picking games, I am 58-33. You are 56-37.
Nice.
Math.
And let's go real quick. Thank you, Big E.
Oh, no, that's not math.
JR.
No, that's not math. I fucked up. You're 56-39. Sorry, I had to add those 2 losses on there.
717 JLR, John Costeca, Grouper Lips, Brian from Philly, Neil Malplaisir. Thank you so much. Is Macho in here?
I don't think so, but thank you, Macho.
Thank you, Macho. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. See ya.
She's barking at her reflection in the TV, the black and white.